Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Daya, and I'm your host of TDOT'S Talent. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason why I do say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening is simply because I do not know what time you're watching this at. So, ladies and gentlemen, today's guest is an incredible hip hop artist, and you know he's really well known throughout the Filipino community, and that with that being said, I mean he's got a lot of collabs out there as well. Ladies and gentlemen, let me just show you. Without further ado, I'd love to introduce you to today's guest of TDOT'S Talent, Fenaxiz. What's going on, Fen? How are you, buddy? Thank you for coming. It's so good to have you on the show.
No doubt.
I've been telling quite a few people, Fenaxiz, that I've wanted you on the show for quite some time now. So I'm glad that you were able to come on and that we were able to have you on.
Yeah, we were able
to
match schedules and everything, and
what's that?
we were able to match our schedules and everything.
Yes,
good,
that's usually the difficult part, working around schedules. I mean, I'm typically free, but being busy, it does mean being busy for sure. It's really totally cool having to interview individuals such as yourself, and as I say to most of my guests, all my guests really, with the show wouldn't be possible without individuals such as yourself, without our talent here in our city. So I find it absolutely incredible that you guys do what you do, and you guys do it the way that you do it as well.
Yeah, and same thing too. Much respect to you for taking what and everything to showcase the talents of others.
Thank you. I appreciate it. That's sort of the point of this show is to get represented. Some people that want to get represented and that can't get represented, as in cannot, they don't know where to go next. And I mean, I've been in that boat. I still am in that boat.
Yeah.
But I created this show, and we created this show in order to sort of show that, hey, here's how much talent actually does lie within our city. So I was just saying during the intro there that you're really well known throughout the Filipino community. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I did work. I have done a lot of work with the Filipino community over the years. I mean, if you look back all the way probably to the early 2000s, there were all these hip hop or Filipino hip hop community fundraisers, just stuff like that. And,
right.
Even I used to be part of a hip hop radio station that was solely dedicated to showcasing Filipino hip hop artists.
Cool.
I was a part of that Jump Off Radio, and
you were actually a voice on the radio yet?
Yeah, I was a co-host.
Cool. That's awesome, man. That's really cool. Is it okay if I ask what the radio station was called?
So the show was called Jump Off Radio.
Okay.
And I believe the station was 6:10 or 6:40 a.m.
6:40 a.m. Eh? That's cool, man.
Yeah.
That's how long ago was that?
Oh man, that was probably 2009.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
So that's not too long ago, but still.
Yeah. I guess even before that, I'd be doing stuff. A lot of community work with the Filipino community.
Yes. Yeah.
I was part of I was part of a youth organization called UKPC Ugnayan.
Oh, cool.
They, I'd help them out with as far as maybe helping out with workshops and teaching Filipino youth on how to use for example computers or just things like that.
Cool, man. No, that's great. And being involved in your own community, it's very because I know I've been involved in my own as well, and it's very satisfying, right? There's that little sort of touch that it brings to your soul, I guess you could say.
Well, it kind of goes back to what you were saying before, right? Because the reason you're doing this is because you've been in this boat.
Yes.
Where you don't have a media channel or something to put you on, right?
Yeah,
and I mean, it goes the same way with the community, right? When I was growing up, the Filipino community, at least as far as the Filipinos I was around, we weren't organized, we weren't, connected really.
Okay.
There was a lack of cultural identity.
Really?
People didn't really know their history, just things like that. And when things like that happen, you grow up with a different mindset. Right.
That's true. Exactly. Because you don't know the backbone as to where it is.
Yeah, you don't know.
Yeah,
you don't know where you're gonna go if you don't know where you came from.
That's right. That's true. Absolutely.
And I guess just doing things like that, now, it's about giving back to the community because you didn't have those opportunities as a kid.
That's true. Absolutely agree with you, 100%. So I want to start talking a little bit about a little bit of a personal level, a little bit more, I should say. Let's start from the beginning. What sort of inspired you, Fenaxiz, to get into hip hop and sort of that aspect of things, the music aspect of things?
All right. Well, the first time I actually heard hip hop, I still remember it to this day. You know, like it's one of those rare moments in life when just like the whole world just freezes. You know, like it's like you're in a trance. You know, and I believe I got a couple my first introductions to hip hop stories, but I remember hearing Illmatic in the car.
Illmatic.
Illmatic.
Okay.
That was Illmatic. That was one moment where time froze for me. Another was my cousin. She gave me the best of Public Enemy. Like,
Oh, really?
Yeah, like a little compilation CD for my grade 8 graduation.
Nice.
That was another initiation into hip hop, and I remember even just I picked up. Well, I didn't buy it, but a friend in the schoolyard gave me a couple tapes.
Okay.
You know, back when we
The
were
cassette tapes.
Yeah,
When they
exactly.
freeze up, you'd have to undo it and then use
Yeah.
a pencil to. Yes.
It's weird because like today's kids don't know.
They
that
have
struggle.
no idea what it is.
They don't know that struggle.
They don't
you know?
cassette tapes.
But
Remember
yeah.
making mixes off of those?
Yeah, off the radio and just
Yes.
pause, record,
Yes,
pause.
yes.
Yeah, and I remember funny story is one of my first hip hop tapes was Onyx Back the Fuck Up.
Okay.
You know, and the intro to that. I mean, I'm from a Filipino conservative family. You know, like
Yep.
hardcore Catholic parents. You know, and I'm just in my room. I don't know like what I'm getting into. You know, like this guy off the schoolyard gave me a tape of Onyx Back the Fuck Up. You know, so I have it. I have my speakers already set to full blast. You know.
Yes.
I put the tape in, and all you hear is, "Yo, back the fuck up, back the fuck up," right? And like I ran across the room just to like shut that shit off. I was like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna get like beat down."
Quite some trouble for that one. Yeah. Well, that's interesting. What sort of what age, I guess you could say, did you write your first song at?
You know what? I can probably tell you the exact day.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Please do. Yes.
I believe maybe not first day, but week or something. But it was right after Tupac died.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you know, I've been listening to hip hop before that for like about 2-3 years.
Yes.
But that was the year like '95 when I had started getting really into Tupac. You know, Me Against the World came out and all that stuff, and then like '96, All Eyes on Me came out and whatever. You know, like I was a hardcore Tupac fan.
Yes.
Right, and when he died and like it hit the news, like I was crushed, and like I know a lot of people like like from my generation were
Oh, for sure. Of
Tupac,
course.
even Biggie, like those were the icons for us,
Absolutely. Oh, well, I mean, that's the hip hop era, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, yes.
And I don't know what happened, but just hearing about it compelled me to like pick up a pen and paper and just like write about like him dying. That was my first rap, and I wish I still had it. Like like maybe it's somewhere like in the basement or something.
Yes, yeah,
like,
it's in the archives somewhere, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. So
That's the first one,
wow.
yeah.
Wow. And when did you, I guess you could say, complete your first album?
Oh, okay. Well, the first album came out in 2004.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, the
2004.
autobiography, but that had been a long time in the making,
Okay. That was called Autobiography?
Yeah, that was the
I
autobiography.
think you brought a...
Yeah, got a copy there.
Awesome. Here it is. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Autobiography. If they wanted to find this, where can they go ahead and find this?
You know what? That used to be sold at Trump Records.
Did it really?
Yeah.
This was
Trump
sold,
Tower or whatever
This was
it's
sold
called.
in Trump Tower?
Or Tower
At
Tower Records or...
Wow. Here in Canada, yeah?
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
I don't know now, though. I mean, like, it's, it's out of print, and I guess, like, you'd have to holler at me for a copy.
Okay, I hear that.
I've
That's
seen
cool.
some on Amazon before.
That's nice. If they did want to holler at you, we will give some your Instagram accounts and all that stuff and your social media accounts. We'll talk about that a little momentarily. But this is and I've definitely, I'm going to mention a couple of cool songs from here. Chain City, awesome song. I mean, they're all great songs. You do have a song in here called Fenaxiz.
Yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about Fenaxiz.
That was more just, I guess, an introduction to who I am as an artist. And the funny thing is, with that release, I was still finding myself as an artist.
Yes.
Like first release, whatever. But at that time, that was who I thought I was as an artist.
Okay.
And I guess it's just that song just encapsulates like everything that was going in my mind at that time. Whether it was like just I'm giving out shouts to like weed growers or because I'm at a young age there. Like that was like I was probably like just before I turned 20,
Oh wow, okay. So about
Yeah.
19ish. Okay.
around that time, right?
Hmm.
Or like yeah, it's early 20s, and like at that age, like I was rolling with knuckleheads.
Yes. Yeah. Well,
We all
I think
were.
We all were. Yes. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I guess that whole album is with that mentality. Like even like Chain City, the next track is just about like street life in Toronto.
Cool,
All
man.
that stuff. And
Cool.
Fenax is the first song is basically just a perfect way to set off the entire album.
There's the back of the album there. Yeah, no, that's totally cool, man. That's awesome. So that, again, ladies and gentlemen, that's called the audio biography. Again, I love the play of words there. It's not autobiography; it's
Yeah.
audio biography. It kind of reminds me of one of Loki's songs. It's the song title at least. It's called Audio Didact. Instead of autodidact, it's audio didact,
Oh,
which
shit.
is
Yeah.
So like I love how the wordplay is sort of there.
Yeah.
And now within here, do you have any music videos from this album here?
Yes and no. We did shoot one for In the Flesh,
Okay.
but there was a lot of, I guess, difficulties with that, and I guess it's because that was. See, thing is, this was made in 2004, before like the whole YouTube era.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I remember at that time to get a proper looking music video, like you'd be spending like thousands and thousands of dollars.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I was lucky because at that time I was part of the hip hop club at U of T, Hip Hop Heads.
Oh, nice.
H3.
Wow.
It's funny because even today I'm still cool with some of the members.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, and two of the members, big out, Jake and Rinku. They were film students
Cool, man.
at U of T, and we connected through the hip hop club, and they helped me out as far as shooting the video. But I guess since all of us were new to it,
Yes.
we didn't exactly get the results we wanted.
Fair enough. That happens.
Yeah.
That happens. I mean, that's it's a starter kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool though, man. Wow. Okay, and so there is another album that you brought. I'm actually going to bring that one up a little bit later. So that was your first album that you
Yeah.
made, right? And so that's awesome. Came out in 2004.
Yeah.
Again, on another personal note, who's your favorite artist of all time?
You know what? Actions speak louder than words, so I ain't gonna say anything.
Yes, Nas. That's cool,
Yeah.
man. I'm just gonna. Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
Nasty
Yeah, I was
Nas.
actually just watching a clip with Nas earlier today. He was on another talk show actually, so I was just watching some. clips of
Was that Jimmy Kimmel?
It was a Fallon.
Or Fallon,
I think
yeah.
It was, yeah. Was it Fallon?
I can't remember.
No, it was Kimmel. It was Kimmel.
I always get the two Jimmys
It
confused.
was
you
It
know?
was Kimmel. It was Jimmy
Yeah.
Kimmel.
Yeah, I always get their names confused. So
Yeah, no, and it was again. He's a great hip hop artist. He sends great messages out there through some of his
Yeah.
songs.
Yeah.
I Know I Can, for example.
Yeah, exactly.
Great song right there. Yeah, no, Nas is awesome, man, for sure. So with that being said, what's your favorite song of all time?
you know what? At first I thought that would be a hard question because like there's so many songs out there, right?
Yes.
But I just realized I have one of my favorite songs, "Tatted on Me."
Tatted on Me?
Yeah,
Cool.
no,
Who's
like,
that?
no, like tatted.
You like tattoo?
Yeah, I actually have a tattoo.
Oh, you have it tattooed on you. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got a couple tats, and for some reason it slipped my mind like earlier, like when you asked me. But Common, I used to love her.
Common?
Yeah.
Cool, man.
Common song, I used to love her, and it's just a whole love song dedicated to hip hop, right?
Cool.
But just
I Used to Love Her by Common.
yeah, and he's just he's personifying hip hop as a female, and yeah, just first time I heard that.
That's
just
cool, man.
Blew my mind.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you have one of your own favorite songs that you've made yourself?
Um,
I know it's kind of like your own kid. You don't really love one more than the other, I guess you could say. But I mean,
no, you know what? I do have a favorite song though. Actually, can I cheat and give two?
Yes, you can. You can give 3 if you want.
Okay, well, two for sure is first one is Golden Age.
Golden Age, cool.
Yeah. First of all, I just love the beat. Shout outs DJ Insights for that.
Yep.
Out in Stony Creek.
Yep.
And when he first sent me that beat, like I was floored. I was like, yo, this sounds like exactly like the kind of hip hop like that.
Yes.
Defines me.
What album is that off of?
That's off the latest album, Vintage.
Vintage. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and I don't know, it just took me back, and I just kept writing and writing on that, and yeah, that's probably my favorite.
That's Vintage right there.
Yeah.
And so Golden Age is track number 4 on this album here, and again, very awesome song. And the way that you rhyme in this track, again, in all your tracks, but this one in specific, I like it, man. And even, you know, there is a music video, but even the track itself, really pleasing to listen to for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's one, Golden Age.
Yeah. Second one is more. I wouldn't say it's a favorite song, but it just meant a lot to me.
Cool.
White Man's Burden.
White Man's Burden. Okay, and that's off of which one?
Same album.
Vintage as well?
Vintage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. So yes, this is track number 10 on Vintage,
10, yeah.
And White Man's Burden is the name of the song. Yeah, that's cool, man. That's awesome. So do you? Let's see here. You obviously perform live. Tell me your thoughts on performing live as opposed to performing, say, in the studio.
You know what? It's all about energy.
Yes.
You know, when you're in a studio, you're kind of limited.
Yes.
Because, yeah, you know, they might have some condenser mics that lets you like move around, but at the same time you're in the booth. You know, like, if a song is hype, you know, I want to go like MOP like style, just ante up, like, you know, like kick the walls, just like go crazy. You know, I want to be able to like, you know, like just move my body to the song, right?
Absolutely.
And you know, like my head's moving everywhere, my mouth is everywhere. Right. And you know, you can do that with when you're on stage because you got the mic in your hand.
Yes. I love being on stage myself. I mean, I'm not a performer in the hip hop aspect of things. I do stand-up comedy.
But I've seen you perform too, and like you.
Thank you.
You walk around.
Yeah,
you
I
know,
do.
You interact with the audience, and
Thank
you know,
you.
like if you were limited, like if your mic had to stay in one place,
yes,
I think it would affect you too.
Well, 100%.
Yeah.
I need that stage presence myself as well.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm feeling it, then the crowd's going to feel it. You know, and yeah, you're right. If I was on a stationary mic, I would probably still walk around, just the crowd wouldn't hear me.
Yeah.
You know, one of those situations.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, performing live, I feel the same way. You feed off the energy of the crowd.
Exactly.
You go with the energy of the crowd. If the crowd's jumping up and down, chances are you're going to jump up and down right with them. You know. I love it, man. No, for sure. That's cool. So you've mentioned a couple of your songs here. Golden Age was the first one, and again, that was off of Vintage.
Yeah.
As well as now, okay, I want to talk a little bit about music videos. So you do have a couple of music videos out there, and because we were talking about Golden Age and White Man's Burden, I do want to sort of. Is it okay if we show a quick clip of Golden Age?
No, it's not okay. yeah, go ahead.
All right, cool. So, ladies and gentlemen,
give me them YouTube hits, you know?
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, you know, why not? Ladies and gentlemen, here is a quick clip of Golden Age.
The train yards to think back. My mic check is like for death, breathing the slanger's breath. Breaking down with the vintage, the innovative. I got soul. Rappers are in danger. Take a trip. Take a trip. I originate. When I said come on. Breaking down with the vintage, the innovative. Classical b-boy image.
Was a time Johnny's open 7 days a week, when my lips never tasted weed, and S&C was the place to be. Way before the blunt smoke, when sons so girls hopscotch and jump rope. You done know, we catch flicks after class, eat apple jacks around when the J's won back-to-backs. I used to drop a verbal ticket for the bus ride before BT, before much vibe.
Yes, yeah, I love the look of it. I love how you showed, you know, different landmarks that are familiar to us here in Scarborough as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved it, man. And then we also were speaking about another music. I mean, you've got quite a few music videos out there, like Empty Bottle, Stop the Violence. You've got Vintage as well. You've got a music video for that one. And you've also got one called Go for Broke. But I want because we were talking about White Man's Burden earlier, I want to show them a quick clip of White Man's Burden. Ladies and gentlemen, have another look here.
I'm the white man's burden, a fucking little island person. Who am I? The truth inside, so I'm searching. But after too many years of learning his version of our story, it's hard for me to be certain. All I know is Spain owes us at least 20 mil for how much he sold us. We ain't seen a penny still. For fallen soldiers, I'll let the Henny spill. But my bottle's empty, cause it's been plenty killed. From the slaughters of Balanchiga, under the orders of Jacob Smith, to off husbands, wives, sons and daughters, decimation. 10% of a population to the Second World War. With Japanese invasion, or further back, Legazpi set the murder trap, blew her brains out. That's why today you never heard of that.
Again, totally awesome music video. That's White Man's Burden off of your Vintage album there. There's another one that I want to show as well. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, here is the Vintage album. And this next song that I want to show, or the next clip I want to show as well, is track number 9 on Vintage. It's called Go For Broke.
Yeah.
Featuring Us, is it?
Yeah, Team Us.
Team Us, cool.
Yeah.
So ladies and gentlemen, here is another clip, and this one is called Go For Broke, again off of the Vintage album. Check it out.
Wiley. 20 dimes.
Fenaxiz.
Vintage, baby.
Yes, yes, y'all. Introducing the team, it's just us. We pursuing our dream, no doubt, and we get it in, no homo. Us taking a loss, that's a no, no, no. You don't know, yo, we hold each other down, but still roll solo. I'm out to get dough, can't flow pro bono, and I'm vintage like an old photo. Picture that, been a while since I bless y'all. The kid is back.
Yeah, again, totally awesome. I love your music video, love your styles, love even your voice. You know what I mean? Like it's everything about it, everything about your hip hop style. I absolutely love it. So I want to go into a little bit about your albums now. So how many albums have you come out with altogether?
Okay, solo 3.
3, okay.
I had a group album back when I was a teen, like when I was like probably 14 years old.
Okay.
I actually only got a copy fit just a few months back.
No way, eh?
Yeah, because I used to rhyme with these cats called the Scarborough Natives. Like they were the ones who like actually put me on as far as like learning how to flow. Like back when I was like 13, 14.
Cool, man. Wow. So you just got a copy.
Yeah, because Facebook connects people.
Decades later, man.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool, man.
So
that's awesome.
It's pretty funny,
Yeah, definitely.
Never even heard the album before until
a couple months ago. Yeah. How did it sound after hearing it after so long?
It sounds like
after I guess even dealing with it after so long.
It sounds like I was 14.
Yeah. You can hear it in the voice. Yeah. I remember I when I was 14 years old as well. When I made my first album, I would basically, it wasn't an album. I would just get instrumentals off of other music, and then I would sing and also rap. And there was a friend of mine, his name at the time, he changed it since then, but his name was Michael Jackson. And he's changed it since then. But yeah, I remember hearing it after a long time, and I was just like, yeah, I sound like a freaking, I sounded like a nerdy kid personally. I mean, you're 14 years old, I'm in grade 9, singing.
It's, you know what, it's good though, hearing those kind of things, because it kind of reminds you of like where you came from.
Where you came from, man.
It humbles you,
It does, of course. And you know what? It was still fun. It was still. I listened to the whole thing, nonetheless, as geeky as I sounded.
And it shows you like how you've grown too.
It does. Yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, I don't know if I've grown that much since 14. So that's cool, man. So you've done collabs as well. So was that the only album you've done when it came to collabs? You've done 3 solos.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to collabs, have you done any other ones apart from the one when you did when you were 14?
Well, I did I did an album recently with my boy Royce Birth.
Yes.
I've been rhyming with him for a long time. He's on Vintage, I've worked with him a lot. And we did an album together. It's about 10 tracks. It's not released yet. Just don't know when we're actually releasing it. Okay. But we have finished it.
Cool. That's awesome, man. Yeah, and Royce Birth, he's hopefully coming on the show as well. I spoke to him not too long ago.
Okay, yeah.
And I think when he has a release date planned for the album, he's going to be on the show as well. So, gonna love it. I'm definitely looking forward to that. That's going to be cool because, again, another very talented individual.
Yeah, man. Much love to Royce Birth.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So, out of the 3 albums that you've made, we've seen 2. We've seen the Fenaxiz is the audio biography rather.
Yeah.
And we've also seen Vintage. So apart from these 2, what was the third one that you made?
Well, okay, so Vintage was the third one.
Oh, Vintage, okay.
Right? So between these 2, I released an album called The Strongest Link.
The Strongest Link? Cool.
Yeah, it's kind of opposite of like people always say, like, like a chain is only strong as its weakest link, right?
Yes.
But the thinking behind that was, at that time we were calling Toronto Chain City.
Okay.
Because it just seemed everybody was connected.
Cool. And I'm going to show a clip of that album cover right now, actually.
Okay,
Take a look. This is called The Strongest Link.
And I mean, with me kind of flipping it, instead of saying the weakest link, instead saying the strongest link, I was saying like, yo, since we all know each other, since like we all like carry each other carry each other on our backs.
Yes.
Let's, let's all strive to be the strongest.
Absolutely.
So, no matter what, even if like you are the weakest link, you're like the city's still strong as hell.
Of course, because it takes teamwork. It takes
Exactly.
I mean, you could go solo, but then it's not going to be as effective as if you were to have multiple people.
Yeah,
having
support
each
each
other's
other.
back.
Just
Agreed,
everything.
100%. Okay, cool, man. Again, that one was called Strongest Link, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Now, I know that you were coming up with another album as well. Tell me a little bit about this. And then, tell me a little bit about this.
All right. Well, fun fact. Despite that, I'm always repping Toronto and like always giving love to like Scarborough and the east side of Toronto. I was not born here. Exposed.
You weren't born here?
No.
Really?
Yeah, I was born in Newfoundland.
No way.
Yeah.
I honestly did not know that.
Yeah, well, I was only there for like a few months. My parents had been living there in like the late 70s.
Okay.
And right when they were supposed to leave, because my parents first did live in Toronto.
Okay.
In the early 70s.
Gotcha.
Right, and then my dad got some work opportunities in Newfoundland.
Okay.
So they moved there for like a few years in the late 70s, and right before they were supposed to leave and go back to Toronto.
Yes.
I was born. I was born premature.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, I was about almost a month premature.
Oh wow.
So I was supposed to be born in Toronto, right?
Toronto, yes.
But since I was born in Newfoundland, they ended up having to stay there just a few more months.
Okay.
Got baptized, all that stuff there, and and then we eventually did move back to Toronto.
Toronto, wow. Okay.
But I don't remember any.
You were only a couple months old, right?
Yeah, and I've never been back until most recently.
Okay.
I went with a microphone.
Yes.
You had him on the show earlier.
Episode number 1, microphone, yeah.
Yeah, and also our boy Bassman. Right?
Okay, cool.
Yeah, 3 of us went to Newfoundland just for like a little, it was a little vacation thing.
Cool, man.
And shouts to my boy Trevor Top Left. He put us in contact with the hip hop crew over there. Shouts to Radar and Rico, all them dudes. And we filmed a music video out there. We chilled. We just connected. We had a few drinks. Not me, I'm sober, right? But
yes.
we just had a good time in Newfoundland. And so since I came back to Toronto, I've been talking with that crew.
Cool.
And we've started working on a collab album between me and Rico,
nice,
producer,
man.
Swab Beats.
From Newfoundland.
Yeah.
That's totally cool.
Yeah, and since I was born in Newfoundland, what we're calling it is Newfoundland.
Newfoundland, F-E-N.
Yeah, exactly.
That's cool, man. That's representing yourself.
Yeah.
And you're right there in the middle, like, Newfoundland. That's
Yeah.
just cool. That's awesome. First of all, I find it really interesting that you were born there, but I also find it really cool that you were able to make an album, about it as well. Like, not about it, but like there, you know what I mean? So this guy's producing, it's the Newfoundland, a little bit of a homeland, I guess you could say, a little birthland, I guess you could say, is sort of coming out now,
Yeah.
That's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So when do you expect maybe that to come out? I know some.
I don't know. See, this is the thing, right? There's regular time and there's rapper time.
Yes, that's
You
true.
know?
That is true.
Hell, I'm still waiting for like Dr. Dre Detox to come out. Yeah, RZA The Cure. So I mean, like, I don't want to put a release date on it yet.
Fair enough.
Just
Cool.
I have the beats already. That's 100%. Rico, he sent me a whole lot of beats and I picked out
Nice.
what I want. So I guess it's just up to me now. I just gotta write and.
That's cool, man. And
know?
again, it's going to be called Newfoundland.
Exactly.
That's awesome. So I want to talk a little bit about shows.
Yeah.
Fenaxiz. So when was your the last show that you've done?
Oh man, probably a year ago.
Okay, that's
I
cool.
think at Microphone, his release party last year.
Oh, that's right, for his album. That's right.
Yeah.
Microphone, ladies and gentlemen, had a release party last year, and yeah, you did a performance there.
Yeah.
I was there actually as well. I believe. Yeah, that was fun. That was cool.
So track 3, please. Yeah. This was love at first sight. While other kids was in the dirt bikes, I would double C's for life. Like it was my birthright. Grade 6, hypnotized by the rhymes on thick snares and bass sticks with my back against the walls, trying to make sense of it all. You pushed me to grow. The school wanted me to sense my thoughts.
So I know that Microphone is having another release party as well on November 24th, is it?
Or I think 4th. It's
November 4th, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. November 4th, ladies and gentlemen, and you're going to obviously not only be there, but you're performing there as well.
Yeah.
Is that going to be your next show, or are you going to do something
Yeah,
before?
you know what? That's my next show. I haven't been doing a lot of performances lately.
Yes.
You know, it's funny because like when I came out with that first album, like I was like doing so many shows, but I guess now it's more. I'm really selective too when it comes to my shows nowadays.
Yes, yes.
And also just it's a matter of schedule too, you know.
Of course, yeah. I mean, like we said earlier in the show, scheduling is a huge part of it.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
being busy and having your hip hop life and personal life and all that stuff intertwined. Sometimes it gets a bit too hectic.
You know, we're grown men now, you know.
Of course, we are. We are. And
back in the
it's
day,
tough.
you know, like the world was yours as far as like, you know, like
of course.
responsibilities and stuff, but
didn't have much much responsibilities back in the day. That's true.
Yeah.
But now that you're right. I mean, we're grown men. We've got our our own lives ahead of us, and I mean, you're right. It's just hard to juggle time.
Yeah.
Especially while trying to make an income for sure. I've been looking forward to having you on the show for quite some time. I'm glad that we were able to juggle our schedules and sort of come up and do today's episode. So that is definitely much appreciated. To have an individual as talented as yourself on the show, I absolutely love it. Can never go wrong with that. So once again, Fenaxiz, thanks again. The pleasure is definitely all mine.
Yeah.
Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Fenaxiz and TDOT'S Talent.
Bomb.
So low, but we don't so funky.